If you had the golden opportunity to interview the third wealthiest man in the world with a net worth of $161 billion, the founder, CEO, and chairman of Amazon.com and founder of Blue Origin, a human spaceflight company, Jeff Bezos, what's the first question you would ask? Personally, and I believe I speak the mind of everyone watching this video right now, I would ask, how the heck did you get so freaking rich and successful? Forgive my language, I'm getting too excited, but think of how awesome it would be if you actually got the chance. Anywho, I'll be giving you my take on the top 7 skills you need to become rich according to the third richest person in the world in today's video. Now let's dive in. If there's one thing that Jeff Bezos understands perfectly and always stresses in all his interviews, it's the fact that getting rich doesn't take just the smartest business technique. It requires a mix of action, guts, and patience. That said, the number one thing the Amazon.com leader advises is to make bold bets. One of the jobs Jeff Bezos does at Amazon.com is to encourage people to make bold bets. However, the thing about bold bets is that they're likely experiments, and just like every experiment, are prone to failure. Quote, "I've made billions of dollars of failures at Amazon.com, literally billions of dollars, but they also don't matter." The exact words of Jeff Bezos. Amazon, Kindle, AWS, and other billion-dollar businesses we know today were all experiments, bold bets made by the billionaire that did work. And this definitely compensates for dozens and dozens of things that didn't work. Of course, failure is embarrassing and people might laugh at you, but all you need is the right motivation and videos like this to get you to keep going. Let your takeaway from this be to continue to experiment, make bold bets, and embrace failure because you never really know what's gonna work if you don't try. Number 2, and one of my personal favorites, coined from the motto of Blue Origin, and I'm not good at Latin, but gradatim ferociter. This simply means step by step ferociously. Jeff Bezos believes that all big things start small, and he has such an insightful way he explains this, and I quote, "The biggest oak starts from a tiny little acorn, and if you want to do something new, you have to be willing to let that acorn grow into a little sapling, then into a small tree, and then maybe one day it can become a big business on its own." All this means, in essence, is that on the road to success, you can't skip steps. There are no shortcuts, and you must take it one step at a time. Even at that, the Amazon founder wisely adds that you want to do those little steps with all the passion and ferocity in the world. The third most important skill you need to become rich, and this is one Jeff Bezos talks about ever so often, is to build a good reputation. He said in an interview, "Our most important piece of intellectual property is our brand name." According to Jeff Bezos, the reason Amazon is widely known and acknowledged goes beyond just the name, but what it stands for. It took years of hard work to earn that level of trust. That's why when you have an urgent need for a new pair of gym shoes, you can confidently just order one using Amazon Prime because you are so sure you will get it just in time for your morning workout the next day. You can't just ask for that level of trust. Mr. Bezos puts it better. He says, quote, "You just have to do it the hard way, one step at a time. You make a promise and then fulfill the promise." A brand for a company is like a reputation for people, hard-earned and easily lost. You should write that down. So if you haven't already, you need to start working on building a good reputation for yourself. Moving on to the fourth most important skill you need to become rich, according to Jeff Bezos, take action. Allow me to quote the Amazon.com billionaire again. "Stress comes from not taking action over something that you can have some control over." For instance, remember how incredibly stressed out you felt when you had an insanely long list of errands to get done. But the minute you took the first step, maybe to take out the trash, your stress decreased tremendously. Jeff Bezos is of the school of thought that stress doesn't come from doing hard work. Rather, stress comes from ignoring things that you should not be ignoring. While this applies to the most trivial things like taking out the trash and cleaning your car, there's a huge life lesson to draw from it, and the best way I can explain this is with the lyrics of one of my favorite songs at the moment by Cat Burns. If there's something you want to do, just do it. Make that call, send that email, start that channel, start writing that book. Just take the first step. When you take the first step, it dramatically reduces any stress you might have been feeling. Moving up to number 5. This is something the CEO of Amazon calls a combination of stubborn relentlessness plus flexibility. Jeff Bezos advises all those who want to become successful entrepreneurs to not only have this mix, but also know when to use them. And you already know, no one can say it better than this legendary man. So I quote, "You need to be stubborn with your vision, otherwise it will be easy to give up. But you need to be very flexible with the details, because as you pursue your vision, you will discover that some of your preconceptions were wrong, and you're going to need to change those things." Mr. Bezos goes further to say that taking an idea and turning it into a product that can change people's lives takes a lot of hard work. So if you believe in your idea, you need to be stubborn about it and insist till you can achieve it. I think Jeff Bezos did justice to that point already, so let's move on to the next. Number 6 skill you need to become rich, according to Jeff Bezos, is to have role models. Yep, even Jeff Bezos has role models. He mentioned in an interview that he had learned a lot more from his grandfather than he did from his parents. He also had role models like Thomas Edison and Walt Disney, who are one of the greatest inventors of our time. And as a kid who was fascinated by inventions and creating new things, this man opened his mind to a lot of possibilities in the world of inventions. Mr. Bezos learned a lot of lessons by reading about this man. Finishing off with a really strong point, number 7, choose to do hard work. We're all born with gifts, and while it's good that we take advantage of them, you must choose to do the hard work on those gifts and take them to the next level. In the words of Jeff Bezos, you can't really be proud of your gifts because they were given to you. But your choices, you choose to work hard, you choose to do hard things, those are choices you can be proud of. This is so evident in the life of Jeff Bezos. He's constantly aiming for something bigger and better. I would put it this way, don't be comfortable with being in the same spot even if it's comfortable. Things I found incredibly hard to do 2 years ago when I started working out, like 10 push-ups, are super easy for me right now. But then to take it up to 20, 50, 100 is constantly harder. There's always going to be something bigger you can do, a bigger impact you can make, and pushing yourself to achieve more at every point in time is hard work. But ultimately, that's where your growth and success comes from. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I would love to know which was your favorite point in this video and how would you be applying it in your life or business. Let me know in the comment section. My favorite point was number 2, which was step by step ferociously. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button and please subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. I'll see you in my next one, but until then, keep believing in yourself.